Hi everyone, today I wanted to do a review of Hunt a Killer's Nancy Drew Mystery at Magnolia Gardens. A few months ago I did a review of the Hercule Poirot's mystery that Hunt a Killer did, and I kind of like these literary just game mystery type of things. Nancy Drew is very nostalgic for me. I remember reading all her mysteries, the yellow books that were at the library. I remember going and seeing if there was new mysteries that they had brought in new mysteries. I think there was like over 100 of them, and I think I read most of them. It was fun seeing Nancy and her friends and getting all the mysteries. I think this was one of the series that kind of brought my love of mysteries, which made me just like love detectives like Nancy Drew, Sherlock Holmes, Hercule Poirot. So I'll unbox this and give a little review of the game. So I want them to do a Sherlock Holmes one, so that I could have like Hercule Poirot, Nancy Drew, Sherlock Holmes. So it came like this. All their games come with kind of like how to do the game. And let's see, I'll take everything out and put it back in. So one of the first things, actually I'll do the papers first. So with Hunt a Killer, I really like that they actually give like objects that you can look at, so that you kind of feel immersed in the story. So the first thing on top is the letter from Nancy Drew, kind of explaining what's happened. So she was at a garden with the director, and her and the director got poisoned at this like botanical gardens with lots of plants and stuff, and they want to know who poisoned them. And since Nancy Drew is sick, she called for help. So we're here to help. There is the solution envelope. They have cards of the suspects. And I really like how there's lots of reading, but I like these print cards. So everything kind of, there's like the timeline that you have to go through. And then Nancy Drew made a list of her notes. So here's all the notes from Nancy. Here is a map of the botanical gardens with notes. It's like who was where, about the plants. The exhibit that this gardens were going to put on was about fatal flora. So that's just why someone used the opportunity to poison someone. So here's the poisonous plants that they have. There's little nods to the books. So one of the donors was Carson Drew, which is Nancy Drew's dad. So I was kind of hoping that they'd kind of mention her friends, but they didn't, just because her friends kind of were in every book that I read. There's some notes from one of the break rooms that could hold a clue. There was a fax with some suspicious codes that you have to crack. So I'm going to come back to this later. There is internship program list. I really like that. I now have a letter from Nancy Drew and Hercule Poirot. And then there was a picture of a flower and a card with a code. So I'm going to come back to that. Little note card. Some kind of code stuff on that. A little bag with a little tea strainer. So I thought there was going to be like a clue on the tea strainer, but there wasn't. But it's nice to get a little tea strainer. It kind of brings the whole thing was they got poisoned while they were drinking their tea. There is a locked box with some codes that kind of correspond to this. So I think there's 5 suspects. So there's 5 codes you have to crack to kind of help you eliminate suspects. So this little locked box, you have to do code from looking at numbers and stuff on the back of the packet. So it kind of corresponds to that. I'll open the box in a minute. The flowers, there's like a kind of a code in the flowers that you have to like, these dots represent a shape of the flowers and this shape represents like a letter. So then there's a code with that. And then this you kind of have to do after you open this. So open the little box, and there is a ring, and the ring kind of helps you crack this code. And in there was 50 pieces of paper that you have to put together. So I just had to tape it so they wouldn't be flying around. So then these papers kind of hold clues also. But it was kind of fun putting, it was kind of like a little puzzle putting these together. So after that, you figure out with the timeline and just like motive, opportunity, you look up, oh, what plant was gone when, and then you figure out who it was. Once you got that, you open the solution, and you get another letter from Nancy saying, thank you so much, you helped. And then there's a little newspaper thing. I don't want to show too much if you guys get it. A little newspaper clipping of the suspect and being in prison. So that was a little game of the Magnolia Gardens. I really enjoyed it, especially just to relax. You just read all the things. It's very different than some of the other kind of true crime stuff that I've done, where you have to go online and it's very specific of, okay, look for this and this. Did you find it? Yes, you did. Okay, go on to the next thing. This, you kind of don't know when to go on to the next thing, so you kind of just have to read everything again, and go, oh, okay, this connects to this. Oh, this connects to this. And then you go online and you kind of go, okay, let's look at all the hints. Yep, got that. Yep, got that. Yep, got that. There was a couple things where I kind of knew where it was going, but I'm like, okay, I know what it's trying to do, but am I doing it right? So then I had to look at the hints and guesses to make sure I was doing it right. But Hunter Killer is usually pretty good at kind of putting, okay, this is code 1, here are your clues, here's puzzle 2, here's your clues, and we're able to get to the suspects. Anyway, let me know if you have done these kind of true crime little games. I definitely like the ones of literary detectives. If you know one of Sherlock Holmes, let me know, because I'm trying to find one of Sherlock Holmes that is kind of like this. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this little unboxing. Did you used to read Nancy Drew or the Hardy Boys when you were young? There were definitely many hours of me reading Nancy Drew and quite a few Hardy Boys books also. But that definitely led to like my love of like mystery and detective stories. Anyway, hope you like this quick little video. Like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks, bye.